How many times per day do you interrupt your thought patterns and ask yourself, where did that thought come from? What made you think or believe in that thought? If you are not addressing where your thoughts are coming from, and you allow those thoughts to randomly come to you and become embedded in your belief systems, you simply won't question what it is you believe. And those beliefs will become subconscious, so that when somebody says something that is against what you believe, you'll feel this urge to defend your belief system. One of the most critical things that people say every day is this: I never thought it would happen to me. I didn't think that it would happen to me or to someone I know. Those things just don't happen here. Now, I want to ask you, why not? Why should those things not happen to you at any point across the course of your life? Now, those things can be the tragedies that we go through. It can be the loss of a person's life. It can be the loss of a worldly possession. It can be an illness. It can be a terrible tragedy. And we often say, oh, I didn't think it would happen to me. Those things just don't happen to people around here. That's just a belief system. And it often is from a belief that is very subconscious. Because it hasn't happened for a long period of time in any of your lifetime, you choose to believe that you're immune to that experience. Perhaps it's a set of privileges that you believe subconsciously that you're entitled to. Or perhaps you believe that you're a good person and it shouldn't happen to good people. So perhaps there's a set of social bias belief systems going on inside the way you think. What I would ask that you do is to step away from those belief systems and understand that anything can happen to anyone at any time. No one is immune to any of the ills or the traumas or the fates that fall upon anybody else on the planet. Once you start to address those thoughts and you recognize that anything could happen to you or anyone you know at any time, it helps you to begin a way of thinking that says, I'll anticipate that something could happen and I'll change the way I live my life in ways that are a good, healthy, safe modification, so that I increase the likelihood of my well-being and the well-being of those around me. Perhaps it might include locking the doors. Perhaps it might include choosing where you spend your time after dark. Perhaps you might become more conscientious about the people who you bring into your world. Perhaps you might check to find out, are these people ones I should feel safe with? And this isn't about being pessimistic. This is about facing life in a reality that says we see these things happen on the news. We see these terrible tragedies happen to other people, and they could just as easily happen to us if we believe that we don't need to change the way we live our lives. I would ask you to take a moment to think about where your belief system comes from and start to question just why it is you believe what you believe and how many cliched statements you make about the world around you. And start elevating your beliefs. Start recognizing that it's time to interrupt those patterns and accept that you are just like everybody else, that anything can happen at any time. Live life safely, but live life with awareness. Live life aware of what is going on around you in your environment, and take a stance. Be prepared. Take action. It really is time to break the patterns of thoughts that are behind what you believe. And be sure to raise your awareness about the environment that you're in. Take time to be aware of what you think and where those thoughts stem from. Actively step up and raise your level of awareness about the world that you live in and the way that you live in it. And do so with confidence.